Sometimes my hands are by my side, then behind my back they hide. Sometimes I wiggle my fingers so, shake them fast, shake them slow. Sometimes my hands go clap, 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 then I rest them in my lap. Now they're as quiet as can be because it's story time, you see?
Hello there. Welcome to another episode of Page Ahead's Story Time with Friends. My name is María Teresa, and I'm really happy that we get to read together today. From what you see on the cover, what do you think this story might be about? Let's see, what do we see on the cover? We see some animals, right? There's a butterfly, there's a goose, there's otters, there's a little, looks like a little chipmunk. And what are they doing? How do they look? They're all standing together, right? Do they look happy? They do. They look pretty happy and they look like they're enjoying being with each other. So do you think these animals might be, it's a word that starts with friends. That's right. Do you think these animals are friends? Looks like it, doesn't it? You would be right, because our story today is about friendship. Raise your hand if you are a good friend. And raise your hand if you like doing fun things with your friends and talking with your friends. Yes, we all do, right? We are lucky to have good friends. So our story today is The Someone New by Jill Twiss, illustrated by EG Keller. So Jill Twiss is the author who wrote the story. EG Keller is the illustrator who drew the beautiful pictures that we're going to see. So we already talked a little bit about the cover. What do you think might happen in this story with this group of animal friends? I think we get a hint in the title. Let's take a look at that. The Someone New. So what do you think might happen? Well, let's see. I think you might be right. I think there might be someone new coming to join these friends. And while we're looking at the title, I noticed something kind of fun here. The word someone, when you look at that word, the last two letters are what? Let's take a closer look. That's an N, right? And that is an E. So the next word in the title, new, if we look at the two letters at the beginning of that word, what are they? There's an N and an E. Isn't that kind of fun? So the last two letters of someone are the first two letters of the next word, new. I thought that was kind of fun. All right, well, let's start and let's see what happens in our story. When Jitterbug woke up, she could already tell something was new. Jitterbug was a careful chipmunk. She liked it when things stayed the same. When something was new, she got a little quiver in her tummy. What is this something new? She wondered. Is it Toast, the butterfly? No. She is flitting from flower to flower, sharing her important thoughts like every other day. Hello, 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 shouted Jitterbug. Hello, Jitterbug, said Toast. Did you know that a group of butterflies is called a kaleidoscope? Whoa, that was good information. But it was not the something new. Jitterbug kept looking. Is it Geezer the goose or Duffles and Nudge the otters? She wondered. No, they are splashing in the river just like always. Hello, 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 shouted Jitterbug. Honk, 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 said Geezer, who sounded grouchy even when he wasn't. Good day to you, Jitterbug, said Duffles. Did ya hear the thunderstorm last night? It just, said Nudge. Missed our forest, said Duffles. Whoa, that was good information. But Duffles and Nudge were best friends. They always finished each other's thoughts. That was not the something new. Then Jitterbug saw something she had never seen before. Do you think that might be the something new? What do you think Jitterbug saw? Let's find out. It was both hard and soft. It was both round and even more round. It was something new. No, wait, it was someone new. And that someone new was moving toward them very slowly. Hello, 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 Jitterbug said nervously. Jitterbug's tummy was doing some pretty big time tummy quivers. Hello, said the someone. My name is Pudding. Hello, Pudding, said Toast. Did you know that butterflies taste with their feet? Hello, and how do you do, said Nudge. Excuses for asking, said Duffles. But what exactly are you? Whispered Nudge. After a long pause, Pudding said, I am a snail. I am from the garden over the big hill. Whoa, that was good information. Jitterbug had never seen a snail before. A snail was definitely someone new. Why did you leave your garden and come here? Asked Jitterbug. Pudding did not answer right away. If there was one thing Jitterbug had learned about snails, and so far there was only one thing Jitterbug had learned about snails, it was that they answered questions very slowly. What do you think Pudding is going to say? Why do you think he left his garden and came to this different area? I have an idea that has to do with something that the otters said a few pages back, but let's see, I'm not sure. That's my idea. Pudding took a breath. Last night, there was a big storm and my garden flooded. Everything around me washed away and I was left all alone. I squished all the way here to be safe. I want to stay here. With us? Said Jitterbug cautiously. In our forest? Pudding nodded. But, said Jitterbug, thinking aloud, but what if there are not enough acorns for all of us? What if everyone decides that squishy snails like Pudding are nicer than furry chipmunks like me? What if everything is different? Jitterbug's tummy quivers were turning into tummy cartwheels. Pudding had just opened his mouth to answer when... What do you think is going to happen now? Let's see. Pudding, I am very sorry for your home, but you cannot stay here, Jitterbug blurted out. Pudding looked at Jitterbug, looked back toward his old garden, and then quietly began to squish back the way he'd come. Everything was going to stay the same. Jitterbug's tummy relaxed until she looked up and saw her friends. What? said Jitterbug. How do Jitterbug's friends look? They don't look too happy, do they? Do you think they're feeling, what could we say? Maybe, are they kind of annoyed at Jitterbug maybe? Do you think they might be a little surprised? And maybe a little mad at Jitterbug too, don't you think? How can we tell? How can we tell that they might be feeling that way? Yeah, because we look at their faces in that picture, and from looking at their faces, that's what it seems. Did you know that I was new once? Spluttered Toast. I used to be a caterpillar. Honk, honk, honk. I was also new once, said Geezer. I used to live in a beautiful lake. Then people started to fill it with garbage until it wasn't safe for me anymore. That's when I came here. You were both new? Said Jitterbug. It feels like you have all been here beside me, always, honking your honks and flitting around our flowers. That is how friends feel, said Duffles. Even when they are new, friends feel like you've known them forever, said Nudge. But new can be scary, said Jitterbug. Jitterbug, do you remember when Toast wanted to see her reflection, so she flew very close to the river? Asked Geezer. Oh, yes, said Jitterbug. Toast flew so close to the river that pretty soon she had flown into the river. No one else was around, said Nudge. And you had always been so scared of swimming, said Duffles. But even though you were frightened, said Geezer, you jumped right into the water and saved Toast. Because even though new can be scary, kindness is stronger than fear. Whoa! That was very good information. I have to go get pudding, yelped Jitterbug. Jitterbug ran as fast as she could, and when she thought she had looked everywhere, she found pudding right around the corner. If there was one thing Jitterbug had learned about snails, and so far there was still only one thing Jitterbug had learned about snails. It was that they ran away very slowly. Pudding, said Jitterbug. I was wrong. Please, please, please come live with us. I was scared because you are new. But then I realized how scared you must be in a place where everyone is new. You were so brave to come here. Let's be scared together. Thank you, Jitterbug. I will miss my old home, but now I can make a new one here with all of you. Can you see what Jitterbug did? For her new friend, she made a little sign. What does the sign say? Can you see it? It says pudding. Made a little sign to put on the fence for her new friend. And pudding stayed. Because kindness is stronger than fear. And sometimes it takes very special friends to be brave enough to tell you you are wrong. Pretty soon it felt like pudding had been there forever. Now, there were many things Jitterbug knew about snails. She knew that they were strong and brave and smart and kind. But if there was one thing Jitterbug knew about snails, it was that they are very good friends. And that's the end.
Now it's time to say goodbye, say goodbye, say goodbye. Now it's time to say goodbye. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
Wasn't that a fun book? I really liked it. I hope you did too. Thank you for joining me today. Until next time, take care and happy reading.